All right, guys, we are back for game two. Nine Lives versus White Wolf. Idle. What's White Wolf got to do differently?
I think you definitely need a more impactful jungler there. You need somebody who can, if you want to do a tank, that's fine, but you need someone who can clear and gank well, like a Zac or a Sejuani or a Trundle.
Yes,
Because
someone like that.
I don't think Ornn was the pick there. He just got outpathed by Kayn for the whole game.
Yeah, and I mean, Kane does have that great pathing, great presence compared to someone like Ornn, who's a little bit slower on the uptake. But I mean, we have talked about Ornn a lot. Do you think that play in any of the other lanes will need to be adjusted at all?
I think you ban the Swain. I don't think there's any question about that. Take away the Swain, and there should have been anti-heals built by someone other than Ravane, because you have Swain ultimate healing, you have Kayn, you have Shen. There's a lot of healing that needed to be dealt with that wasn't.
I love that Alawi get banned line. Life is too
Is,
short for fear.
is it like a big thing Foeden plays?
Must be.
Like I said, I don't know a lot about either of the new people for
I,
Nine
I
Lives.
think that he did play the last split he was in that, yeah.
I mean, I get the ban. I hate playing against Alawi. That champion makes me very upset.
But she's so unique and interesting.
She is. It's very interesting when she presses R and 50 tentacles slap me in the mouth at the same time and I'm dead.
Yeah, it is. How about you just use some of that APM of yours and dance around them?
Fair, fair. No, she's a very cool champion. She feels so frustrating to play against.
Alright, so the exact same bands from White Wolf. Interesting.
I don't. Well, I think it's safe to say that we're gonna see the Swain picked again.
Unless White Wolf picks the Swain.
I'd be very interested in seeing that. I'd love to see Amaya play the Swain or maybe give it to Wishbone in the mid lane. Because
Wishbone
I think
does play Swain.
that's what I was gonna say is I think Wishbone can play Swain, so if they wanted to take it away here and give it to Wishbone in the mid lane, that'd be pretty fantastic.
One of the quotes from a split or two ago from either Wishbone or Liza Bear was that they hate Swain, but they play him because of how good he is.
Yeah, Swain is a fantastic support. Swain can very much carry a game.
And they grab the cane again, because why not?
Uh, I definitely don't think the LeBlanc is enough of a threat to pull a ban, in my opinion.
Well, I guess it depends on what you're scared of. You know,
Yeah,
a lot of it's comfort stuff when it comes to bans.
yeah. And
Alright,
there's the Swain.
so the two heroes, well, I guess Shen would be three, but two of the three heroes of game one back for game two. That's a bad sign for White Wolf, but we'll see. With the Vi, they'll have a little bit more of an aggressive presence in jungle at least.
Vi can definitely piece Kane up in the early game. So I'd be interested to see if Soda's going to invade here and try and keep Kane down. I like Vel'Koz on the Wishbone. Oh wait, excuse me. I like the Wish.
You got it right.
Yeah, yeah. Excuse me. I like Wishbone on the Vel'Koz a lot here.
Vel'Koz on the Wishbone, Wishbone on the Vel'Koz. It's the same thing.
I don't know. I feel like it'd be cheating if you let Vel'Koz play in her place.
Well, you never know. Maybe the reflexes would be a little bit better, but ooh.
But
All
he does
right.
have all those arms. Oh, the Alistair. I can't say that I loved that into the Swain, but I think it's going to be good for team fights.
It'll help disable some of the trickier people, like keep Kane knocked in the air for another second or two so he can't dash through a wall.
Yeah, agreed.
But the Fizz is going to be a big pain. This whole team so far for 9 Lives is looking like a huge pain in the butt.
I'm curious what we're going to see for the second round of bans here from White Wolf. They're right back to the Nasus.
Wonder if they take no, I don't know. There's a lot of options to ban out here. They're looking at
At home. Want me to wait while you go get them?
more than likely top lane or ADC bans here.
Yeah, that would be the guess, and they're gonna ban out the Shen. I
Okay.
don't want to deal with that again.
Makes sense.
Yeah, Eden was very nasty on the Shen last game.
I'm not going to comment on the Ziggs.
Okay. He's on the meme with the Vlad. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the Varus.
You know, guys, hovering those things, I'm not actually going to fall for it.
Oh my god, they're gonna pick Vlad ADC. What is the world coming to?
They just heard me say no one's going to play Vlad.
Now let's watch White Wolf lock in Vlad.
Yeah. What are your
They still
thoughts
have
for champs no one's going to play so we could ban them instead of waiting?
So the big one, I don't think anybody's gonna play Singed.
People play Singed.
Yeah, but I don't think I've ever seen it in the LCUS since I've been here.
Well, yeah, but you know.
Singed doesn't really get played. Jarvan, maybe? Everybody likes to show Jarvan and then pick something else, but I don't think anyone realistically wants to play Jarvan very frequently besides me.
Maybe Garen. We don't see the Garen that often.
Isn't there somebody in this split who likes to play Garen?
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong. If chat's even awake, they can help me out here. I'm pretty sure there's someone in the split that like mains Garen.
Ooh, 9 lives bringing the Kled back. Look out.
Oh no. Oh, Eternal plays Garen. Okay, I know there's somebody here that plays Garen.
Well, just let him play Nasus, and then we don't have to worry about it.
But everybody just bans Nasus against Eternal.
Look, we're trying to find problems for solutions here.
All I have are problems, Kinos.
Well, let's find some solutions. One solution is letting Eternal play Nasus so we can ban Garen. It
That's
just
a
makes
fair
sense.
point. Yeah, I would have said Kled until this game.
Well, Relexus also played Kled. So people get
Yeah,
inspired.
in the past tense.
People get inspired by insanity.
That's fair.
As we see, Foeden has been inspired by insanity, and now here we are.
It looks like we're rolling out.
Prowler wants us
wait,
to
no.
talk about Riven ADC. I was trying to ignore it.
Alright, hang on. I can do this, though, right? Riven ADC does really well, because first off, what's Varus going to do after you've just done a triple front flip on his head? Nothing. He has no mobility. Then you stun him, and if he does flash away, you have a dash on top of your own flash, all with empowered autos. What's he going to do? He's going to unplug his keyboard and go home.
It's also rough because you've got the Alistar as well, right? So if by some miracle Riven and Alistar both manage to be on top of this Varus, the Varus is going to die.
Also, I just want to say I was reading chat, and I did not realize they actually drafted Riven ADC when I made that argument.
Oh, okay. Well, they drafted Riven ADC.
I mean, my point still stands, though. Like, Ravain's good enough at the champion where he can do exactly that.
I don't know. This is feeling a little bit like Northern Storm Option 12 game 2.
They're going to be severely lacking DPS in team fights.
Yeah, the only DPS they've got is the Vel'Koz laser at this point. Which,
yeah,
you know,
that only lasts, like, what, 3 seconds?
3 or 4, yeah.
Feels like a week when you're getting hit by it, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I like the durability, obviously. Alistar and Shogath are both very big. I hate Vi, but that's, you know, usual for me.
Yeah. I don't know. I would call the Riven troll on anyone but Rivain, as it's part of his namesake, and I've seen him do it viably many times.
I'm not even going to say it's troll. I'm going to say it's desperation. I mean, what the hell is Riven going to do against a Kayn or a Fizz who gets any amount of kills under their belt?
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be the textbook definition of glass cannon. But I think it's got a little bit less than a 50-50 success rate.
And I mean, Vi really can't ult Fizz because Fizz can, I believe Fizz can jump away before her ult connects.
I mean, it is unstoppable.
But he's
Visol.
also untargetable when he does his troll pull.
Yeah, I've never tried that interaction.
It'd be really, I mean, my opinion on Vi would jump at least 6 points if she would still grab and uppercut Fizz, even when he's troll pulling.
Well, does she? Because I know he's untargetable, but is he undamageable? Because
I
I
don't know.
think he can take damage from things that go off before he troll pulls. So it may still hit him for the
I
damage.
mean, he avoids AoE when he troll pulls as well, though.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
So,
like
the- so
damage
you,
before he casts it.
so
Like
you
he
think the
still
fact
burns.
you think the fact that he's been targeted, it still counts, even though he's the way he is.
Oh, I thought, yeah, that's what I was saying, like what Greg said. Because he can burn to death.
Right. I mean, it's a question of when the spell, when Vi's spell is going in on him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if she gets it
Right.
off before he jumps, I think that
Does
it would
that
still
count?
hit him
Yeah.
for the damage.
All right. Also, Nine Lives wins the skins. I think. Well, actually, no. White Wolf wins the skins.
I
Sorry.
was gonna say I heavily disagree. I think White Wolf takes this one.
Yeah. Sorry. I forgot
My favorite,
which team was on which.
my favorite Cho'Gath skin, even if it is a Digimon ripoff.
Still not a fan of this Velka skin, but you know, it is what it is.
Ah, I really like the Black Frost Vel'Koz.
It's not Arclight, so it's bad.
I
The
mean, it's
black
like the antithesis to the Arclight.
the Black Frost skin. Oh, oh, big snare right away. Good knock up there from Zammy though. So they should get away from this. My problem with the Black Frost is that it looks a little too much just like regular Vel'Koz, only blue.
I mean, I guess, but it does have like the really cool, like almost tribal-esque bands around it.
Sure.
You gotta pay attention to the details, Kinos.
Details. I'm not here to talk about details. I'm here to talk about the lack of ducks on the map again.
Yeah, they're hiding from me.
They know they don't
They
need to
don't
rep.
want me. They don't want me to bully them again for being inferior ducks.
Maybe they're just scared of the fact that, of Liza Bear's parrots.
That's true. I don't like parrots very much.
Liza Bear pulling out a different chroma this time.
That is a really nice Swain skin.
Can you say you like a champ skin if you don't have every chroma for it?
I have every chroma for Darkstar Jarvan, but there's only one chroma.
Liza Bear making us ask the real questions.
And I think I have every chroma. I have every chroma for Project Pike and Arcade Caitlyn as well.
Do they also only have one apiece?
No, I just bought a bundle for the Caitlyn one, and I just got all the Pike ones over time.
Hmm. Arcane sort of trying to do an early gank, but standing right on a ward, so that's not going to work.
Let's see, I had chat pulled up on my phone.
Nice,
So I
nice root damage there. Amaya already low. Not a great place for a Alistar to be.
There is already just constant warfare going on in the top lane.
Yeah, Boweeden taking a lot of damage. Zammy trying his best to keep the pressure on. But the funny thing is, and I'm not a Kled player by any stretch of the imagination, but the funny thing for me with Kled is that you knock him off his mount, and all you're going to do is just get him to have a burst of damage when he comes back, or burst of health at a random point when he comes back later, right? So you're kind of
yeah.
you're kind of helping him heal when you knock him off the mount if you're not killing him.
Yep.
Which
Skarl's
is
always been one of those weird things to me. I don't think Skarl is a very healthy mechanic.
interesting silence there from Zammy. Should just get away here.
It's going to be a lot of stacks for Menard.
Yeah, Skarl's interesting. It's kind of like sort of like what's his face, Gnar, a little bit.
Yeah, it's champions that punish you for playing well and beating them up.
Speaking
I
of
like that.
playing well, Menards is stealing blue buff here. Gonna see Soda coming, but steals it, gets away. Reasonable knockup bot lane by Amaya, but doesn't get anything else from it. Ooh, good job there by Chaosix dodging the geometry from Wishbone.
Oh, that's pretty whack. Oh, we got somebody dropping links in the chat for some reason.
Well, as long as it's just one bot, I'm not too worried about that.
Prowler says Vialt is completely canceled by Fizz Troll Poll, which is pretty agitating to me.
Well, I knew it.
You are right. Kenos the Almighty was correct.
I don't know about Almighty, just all-knowing.
Kenos the Semi-Mighty was all correct.
Semi-mighty. Sure. Alright, can't Wishbone push Kha'Zix back here, unfortunately. Like all casters, Vel'Koz can be a slave to his mana.
Although I will say, one of my favorite things... Oh. There's a lot happening bot lane.
A lot happening bot lane. Amaya making a run for it. Level up was very helpful there. We probably would not have died from Ignite anyway. I don't think Soda has much of a shot here. Yeah, deciding to go back. Great ward coverage from Foe Eden here, preventing all possibility of a gank. Arcane Soda cancels the teleport. So we're seeing once again one of those the jungle issues where if the jungler is trying too hard to be helpful, they start falling behind experience-wise.
Yeah, Soda's sitting at 16 CS right now, compared to, 40 from Menards, and that's really not ideal.
Yeah, we had a comment earlier when Soda was playing Ornn about how far behind he was. And, maybe that's just what happens when you play against Menards and he steals half your camps.
Yeah, I agree. It's very unfortunate.
Alright, so this is one of those situations where maybe you don't hit Foe Eden anymore because he's on a one hit point Scarl. We
Yeah,
go
and you're
behind
just
the
gonna
back teleport here. Can Wishbone get anything done? Good knockup, good everything. This is going to be one kill. Will they get more than one? They will.
Oh, that was a fantastic teleport from Wishbone.
Yeah, very well played by everyone there on White Wolf. And now they will do their best to grab Dragon here.
I'm curious if as soon as Foe Eden gets knocked off Scarl, is he going to be in bite range?
I don't think so.
I'm not super sure about how big
Beast does
Fled's actual health bar
326. Currently, he's got 500 health.
So no, it won't quite be in feast range, but he will be very close.
Yeah, I mean, if they get to a close fight, and for whatever reason, Kled is right next to Cho'Gath, he is very likely to get chomped on.
But as I was saying earlier, before we were rudely interrupted by players trying to win the game, Vel'Koz auto attack animation is the best in the game. It's just wet noodle slapping.
Inspect this auto animation. I mean, you just gotta think how strong those noodles are. Because I mean, he does some reasonable damage with his autos too.
He does. It is extremely wet noodle slapping. Though I expected Chaosix more aggressive in this lane. He's kind of hanging back a little bit.
Well, speaking of hanging back, time for that level 6 kill this caster that Fizz does so well. Shouldn't have blown the flash there, should have done it earlier.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Chaosix is listening to the stream. That's a joke, by the way.
If he is, he's just doing it in a self-masturbatory fashion because we're 2 minutes in the past.
He's just that good. He's playing in 4D.
He's listening to his own successes and using that to learn. Oh yeah, I did kill Wishbone back then. Boy, that sure was great.
I'm curious. The Riven has kills now. I'm curious if he's going to be able to make anything happen with it.
Yeah, the bot lane being a little behind here is probably not something that we would have bet on if being asked. But that great gank did work out quite well for him. We'll see if they're able to maybe get another one.
These
Wishbone
trades top lane are not going well for Zammy.
Mm-hmm. But, you know, top lane didn't go great for him last time either.
Foeden is definitely a force of nature up there.
I think Arcane Soda could gank here. I think if he doesn't know there's no ward here, um,
Oh, he held that just a little too long.
yeah, and stood right on the ward when... oh, he didn't plant it. Oh, just go get him, Arcane Soda. What's the worst that could happen? You're only down 2 levels. Okay, this could actually work out pretty well if they get a good knockup. Nope. A little bit of a dash. There's silence. Happened a little too late.
I think that's just kind of the story of White Wolf this game and last game. Is just a little too late. Like, they're making the right decisions. They just seem to be a step behind on a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
But they are ahead in kills right now, a little behind in gold. So this game is by no means even close to being over.
Oh, of course not. You know, and they have the first dragon also, which is nice.
Yeah. I think they're looking a lot better this game.
I think if Wishbone plays it safe, like all casters have to once Fizz hits 6, get a couple more wards down, because otherwise Zammy's going to die to this rotating Fizz. There was the call out that Fizz is missing. Zammy is still sitting there, though, and is going to get completely destroyed by Chaotix here.
I think he was trying to get a cheesy bite off.
Oh, reasonable knockup there, actually. Oh, and then, of course...
The Kled does as Kled does.
Skarl comes in at the last second, saves the day.
Although Zammy did make it out there.
Yeah. Flashed early rather than after. Flashed into the fish a little bit, but, you know. Oh, can he get the shot? Nope. Should have done the feast. Just do it.
Truly unfortunate. I don't think you feast there. Because he still doesn't kill him even if he feasts there. Kled just kills him there. I think you hold your feast to at least eat a minion when you get back.
I mean, the cooldown's 70-some seconds. It's not...
Yeah, that's fair.
By the time you get back to lane and... Because you probably want to eat tanks, right? So you wait for the tank minion to show up. You'll have it off cooldown by then.
I'm loving this Menards having a shutdown with no kill participation. But where did it go? It just showed me he had 150 gold shutdown. Yeah, there it is.
Guys, Riot's screwing up again. You gotta go buy some KDA skins.
I haven't sold enough this week. They might pinch Eliza Bear.
Oh, one more punch. Amaya steals it. Foeden coming in, though, here. Oh, Ravane flashes over right into Chaotix, who is actually quite low. Amaya does ult. Good little blast cone there, though. Can they get anything done here? Zammy is here, too. Good knockup on the Kled. Unfortunately, the Vi is just a little too low. Amaya's here. Ravane got turned around on because it's just the way things go when you're fighting against Menards. Rough.
That was a very rough fight. Zammy got the chomp off on Heretic. That's really about all he got there.
And this is one of the big issues with these sorts of mobility-based teams, where, you know, you catch them, you start a team fight, and then they just manage to stall out long enough for help to get the drop on you, whatever.
Man, Foeden's just beating up Ravane under turret at this point.
Ravane gets clipped by Vision of Empire, giving Liza Bear 12 stacks. Combo from Amaya, but doesn't really do anything. Teleport
Yeah, I
from
think
Wishbone.
that's the right call.
I think Wishbone was spotted there. Alright, Amaya coming in to kind of be the bait. Works quite well, but unfortunately everyone is here. Much like in Smash Bros. A little bit of a misclick there from Wishbone is going to get taken out. And we're starting to see gameplay very similar to what happened in Game 1.
Man, that was not a good fight to be on the White Wolf side of. I think this turret's gonna fall, and 9 lives is gonna extend that gold lead a decent bit more.
Mm-hmm. Do have a reasonable push up in the top lane from Zammy.
Although this turret's really thugging it out down here.
Nah, they'll get it. There's no way that Amaya's going to be able to stop it.
Oh no. It's just that early game plate tankiness on the turret.
So I wonder if Vi was a good choice for the jungle here.
If he had been able to invade and kill Kane on it, yes. Because Vi has the early pressure. But he just didn't really make anything happen early game. He kind of kept half-heartedly trying to gank the lanes, but then just ended up wasting time. And it put him really far behind. He's still only 51 CS at 15 minutes.
Yeah, and I mean that's generally what happens when I generally see from Vi is that, you know, they try to be Zax, where they lurk behind the wall and they're like, I'm gonna jump out on people, guys, just wait, it's gonna happen. Oh, Liza Bear could just die here. Wow, didn't even need the laser.
Wishbone with some serious damage coming through there.
And I mean, this could be, this is one of the disadvantages of having the Riven in the ADC position, is that you're not going to have those moments we talked about where the ADC just comes into the fight and it's completely ignored.
Agreed.
But that could be who Wishbone is. Vel'Koz can get a lot done if people forget to focus on him and he fires his laser.
I think Soda might just want to walk away from his buff here.
Yeah. They might manage to get Burn the Heretic in exchange. There's the laser. Shutdown going over to Vel'Koz. Oh, nice geometry there.
Zammy may fall here too.
Does get the silence. I think did the chomp. No, does not get the chomp. But Foian is in the backside there. There's no one to follow up and kill him, unfortunately. Arcane Soda could try, maybe. They do ping that he's there. Amaya's going the correct way.
So I don't know if they'll get to him in time.
Oop, geometry
But
almost
they
gets
may.
him. Oh, the flash knockup!
Oh, Amaya's going in pretty hard here.
And there's the Skarl doing Kled things. And Amaya will end up dying. This is
I think they just let him go there.
This is a really frustrating game to watch Kled just survive.
Yeah, it's right back to Skarl, just being Skarl.
I feel like
he rewards you for winning fights, or he rewards Kled for losing fights.
I think that Kled probably would have gotten away either way in that instance, but we have seen once or twice earlier it not quite work out. Oh, Ravane getting a kill on Burn the Heretic. Sorry we missed that. We were expecting a little action in that mid lane. We being the community watching the stream.
Zammy's in a lot of trouble top lane.
Yeah, he's probably going to end up dying here. Big knockups. Amaya coming in trying to help. Can't get there quick enough.
Menard and Faux Eden are just monsters.
5-0 and 4-0. Indeed.
And Chaosix is also really big on the Fizz mid lane.
Wishbone and Amaya are here. Menard's taking a little bit of chip damage early. Again, taking chip damage is hilarious. Oh, Odin trying to rush in here. Gets a little bit of a slow, gets a bit of a knockup. Tower hits. This could actually be big for them. Gotta aim that laser. Once again, geometry. Got him.
I think he's just gonna get the remount. Oh, he didn't get the remount.
Wishbone just killing fools. And Ravane and Arcane Soda girl powering the dragon down.
I think Wishbone's gonna be the win condition here.
Which is unfortunate when you're against a Kled and a Fizz.
Yeah, or even the Red King.
Yeah, everyone just go over the wall, because you can do that.
Varus just missed his ultimate.
Alright, so where are we at right now? We're at a 6k gold lead. 2 dragons to 1, 1 turret to 2. 8 to 15. No one has killed Menards or Chaosix yet.
Yeah, I don't think that White Wolf is out of this game, but they're gonna have to really bite down on their mouthpieces.
5 piece stacks on Zami. Or 7 piece stacks, sorry.
Which isn't terrible.
And
And
Swain
Ravain's-
stacks, 36.
Ravain's dealing
26.
damage because he ran down Heretic, but it's just about getting through Kled and Menards.
Ooh, Wishbone a little far forward here. Maybe trying to bait them into a Maya. There are no wards here. They have set this up, but unfortunately Vision of Empire can't hide anything from Noxus. They do collapse here on Foe Eden. Arcane Soda does have ult available, so I don't know if Foe Eden's getting away from this. Get the knockup and the stun. Oh! Meanwhile, action up in the top side as well. We are actually going to avoid the Kled fight because that ultimate managed to have him get away. And we're going to go on here. Menard's jumping forward. Amaya tunnel visioning up Burn the Heretic a little bit. Once again, you got to look out for that ADC. Oh, flashes over. Great play there by Menards. Waiting until Wishbone was nearby to jump in on him. Wishbone seeing the assassins. Wisely trying to run for it. I don't think she's going to get away, though. Oh, and the Ravain does end up killing Foe Eden after all, but we're watching Wishbone get slaughtered.
A very comical kill on Foe Eden there, because right as the music started for the remount, you just see Riven dunk on the man.
Well, apologies for missing the Riven dunking. That probably would have been more entertaining than watching a poor Vel'Koz get chased down by 2.5 assassins.
Yeah, Wishbone is playing this game very well. It's just there's too many threats that are just able to bear down on her.
Yeah, she needs to have Zami and Amaya in front of her.
Yeah, I agree. I think Amaya needs to save. Now, hear me out here. I think Amaya doesn't engage and instead holds his CC to protect Wishbone.
That seems reasonable to me.
'Cause
Idea-
when Riven's there, Riven can engage, Cho'Gath can engage.
Yeah, Kha'Zix gets out of there. And I mean, the cooldown on Wishbone's ult is, well, it's 76 seconds right now.
Still
If-
isn't crazy long.
If she gets to level 16, I believe it gets shorter. Shift to show more info. Yeah, 61 seconds then. So, that's perfectly reasonable and something that they could try to strive for, assuming the game lasts that long. We are at a 9k gold lead, though. The gold lead very slowly crept up on us here due to some very good farming from 9 lives.
Yeah, absolutely. Heretic did burn his ult in this little mid lane skirmish. But that hasn't been super impactful this game.
Yeah, they haven't really needed it, you know? Varus' ult is for locking people down, but with the chasing ability that Menards and Chaosix have, they don't really need to lock enemies down.
Yeah, I agree.
Not to mention Foe Eden's ult. But, you know, even if the games today, 3 of the 4 so far haven't really been that close, at least at the moment, they have been very action-packed. Fights going on all over the place.
I agree. It's just been pure violence on all fronts tonight. And like I said, I think this game started very competitive. It's just Foe Eden and Menards and even Chaosix just snowballed very hard.
As they do once they hit their level spikes.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful here. Fizz is just lurking. Alright, Alistar, here's your time. Maya paying attention. Oh, Wishbone does manage to dodge there. The knockup does go in. Unfortunately, it's not enough. The damage output is too intense. And Foe Eden just tanking every turret shot on the planet here. Flashes to get away. Arcane Soda turning onto the Kayn instead. Good job by Ravain there. Amaya may end up going down. Will they get Menards here? It's so hard to get him because he'll just run through walls. He's also so durable already.
He's just
Ravain
healing so much.
Wisely jumping. Zami for some reason dodges rather than... Maybe the idea of going up instead of down was to try to keep Menards away from Ravain.
Possibly. I don't know, I think Dragon's gonna fall here and then they shove that mid turret or just reset.
I think the respawns are quick enough that they aren't going to be able to shove the mid turret unless they're just so far ahead, which, you know, almost 11k
I think they
gold.
are with the cane.
Almost stolen there. Good effort by Wishbone.
I agree, Odin. There's plenty of people here, but chat's pretty tame.
I think they got jaded by the technical stuff in the second match of the night.
Amelia, stop. Get down.
Alright, so we got 8 stacks, almost 3,000 health on Zammy. Where is Swain? Swain's got 31 stacks. Very nice. I don't know if tense is the word I'd use, Sig, to describe this match, but...
It's definitely something. I don't know if tense is it.
Oh, Wishbone goes a little too far forward! The snares do almost land. They get some good knock up there on Burn the Heretic. Zammy trying to get chompy good times. Doesn't quite work out. Here comes everyone trying to collapse on Wishbone, which is definitely the smart play. Zammy is big, but not that big. We also missed Ravane dying in the top lane, but you can probably imagine what that looked like.
Yeah, I definitely think they take mid turret here, possibly both.
Absolutely now. You've got an 0-4 Vi.
Yeah, and an Alistair that is very far from ahead.
While this turret's getting torn to pieces, I want to ask everyone in chat a question. I want us all to be honest with each other. Have we ever really been impressed by Vi? Like, really?
I've seen Alan Z TARDIS do some good stuff on her.
Sure, but I mean, like, has there ever been a game where she has been such, like, compared to Kayn in this, for example?
I do agree, though. I think there's always a better choice.
Vi's better than J4? You know, I would sort of agree with that, but they both have the same problems. Their entire kits are about rushing in, and if they're 0-5, them rushing in doesn't do anything. If she's ahead, yeah, if she's ahead. But, you know, lots of champions are great if they're ahead.
I think J4 has the utility of being super durable if you need to build tank on him. Especially with his W shield that gets bigger when you're in a group of 5. I think J4 is still very useful even when he's behind. He can be just a super solid soak tank.
And, you know, I mean, I don't know. Every time I see a Vi, I just kind of get this feeling like, you could be playing someone else. And, you know, I mean, if you like Vi, you know, good for you. That's fine. This isn't even a situation where I'm going to say, you know, it's okay to be wrong. Because, you know, if you like Vi's playstyle, she's the only one really with it. And that sometimes matters more in a MOBA. But at the same time, you know, I just never really feel great seeing her on a team. We've had maybe 2 games in LCUS GMA history where she's been a terrifying force to be reckoned with.
Agreed. Sorry, I was trying to fix something on my client. It was being a little weird there.
That's fine.
Small indie company.
The smallest indie company. I mean, especially because apparently China's having some issues with video game addiction in their country right now, so everyone light a candle for Riot, they may be in trouble.
Rest in peace, Rito. Yeah, it looks like... Excuse me.
They're doing a lot of good efforts here to get onto Menards. The problem is he's Kayn. Good
Yeah,
attempt
he
to
just-
jump in there on the backside, but unfortunately not quite able to get too much done there.
He's just a Kayn doing Kayn things.
Yeah, whenever you try to target him, he jumps into your allies, he goes into a wall. It's very hard to lock him down without actual hard CC.
I agree with Odin. I think this comp is fine, it just needed an actual ADC.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have this is a very short range comp besides the Vel'Koz.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think that's what we were saying as well during Champ Select, is that the Riven pick, it felt like desperation, it felt like a meme, it felt like let's do something different. But
Yeah,
someone
it's
in
just
the
it's not going to
backline,
be enough.
they have too many champions in this team comp who want to be up close against a bunch of assassins who will love when you're up close.
Yeah, you don't want to be up close to the Kled, the Kayn, the Fizz, the Swain. It's just not ideal.
And the game freezes on us again, but we can imagine what happened.
I'm gonna assume the game ended as it has frozen.
16k goal differential. Almost 17. Crazy.
Well, that was an interesting one. 9 lives takes it 2-0, I'm gonna assume.
Check out some advanced details. Damage a little more lopsided in this game, too, here. I can probably imagine what the vision score looks like. Liza Bear with 50 to 60?
Now, Wishbone kept up with
50.
damage, only outdamaged by Kled.
71 vision score there. Very well done, Amaya-chan. Very well done.
But the new 9 lives looking very sharp. I like it. I'm excited to see what they do the rest of the split.
Yeah, me as well. Very well done. But speaking of being alive in the playoffs, speaking of exciting things to look forward to, we have our third game, Phoenix versus Blitzkrieg. Will Phoenix finally clip Blitzkrieg's wings? Or will Blitzkrieg remain undefeated going into the last week of the regular part of this cup? Idle, closing thoughts on 9 Lives White Wolf?
I think 9 lives played that set absolutely fantastic. Foed and Menards is a very, very potent duo, and I'm excited to see how they do into other teams throughout the split.
Yeah.
Because I think they'll give the Crab Admiral duo a very good challenge.
Yeah, it'll be very exciting to see. I think we can predict that 9 Lives and Blitzkrieg will be in the playoffs. So seeing them run into each other would be interesting.
Agreed.
All right. Well, everyone, don't go anywhere. We're having the last set of the night in just a few moments. Stay tuned.